How you doing?
Hey, I'm good. Glenn Murray.
Hey, Robert Dean.
Pleased to meet you, Robert.
Welcome to Hico.
Well, it's an honor to be in Hico, Texas, and walk in here. Why the Billy the Kid in Hico, Texas?
Well, we dispute the fact that he was killed in New Mexico in 1881.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, there was too much evidence that he wasn't. Just like Pat Garrett burying the body that night instead of taking him back to Lincoln, put him on display. Now, why would you do that with somebody famous? They didn't do that in No West. They put everybody on display. So that's a no-no right there. And as it progressed on, of course, the town knew that it wasn't Billy. They knew it was the other Billy Barlow that got killed that night.
Oh, me.
And they protected him, got him out of town and everything. But Pat Garrett tried to get the reward originally, and the state of New Mexico said no. You can't prove you killed Billy the Kid. You buried the evidence. See, so it's a no-brainer.
Never heard that. Never heard that.
No, nobody ever does hear it. Also, the state of New Mexico is still looking for Billy the Kid in 82 and 83. He's dead in July of 81. Why is the state of New Mexico still looking for him? Why are the posse still looking for him? Why is all the sightings out there? It's a no-brainer. They killed the wrong man, and him burying the wrong guy just to try to collect the reward didn't work.
Wow, so all the questions that you just put forward, we now have the answers here in this museum.
Yes, we have the copies.
And in your head.
Yeah. We have the copies of the affidavits from 82 and 83, the original affidavits where they're still putting out the warrants for Billy the Kid's arrest and the posters. We have copies of the original warrants.
That is interesting.
Yeah. For all these years, they've been there, but nobody wanted to look at it, I guess.
You always wonder what they're trying to cover up. Why would they want to know?
I think a lot of them believed that he was killed, or they wanted to believe he was killed.
Okay.
Especially some of the people on the other side of the war.
Okay.
Okay.
So, I guess I can understand that.
Oh, absolutely. And one of the things also is he never said he was Billy the Kid when he was here. Never did he say he was Billy the Kid. Now, when somebody starts talking about I'm somebody, you have to kind of back up a little bit because you don't have to brag if you're somebody.
They tell me that.
Yeah, absolutely. But it's a fantastic controversy story. We have a body. They have no body in New Mexico. They've got 3 grave sites that say we have the real grave. Totally impossible because the graves went down the river when the Pecos River changed course and took out part of the town and the cemetery. So it's totally impossible for them to have anybody before approximately 1908 when the river changed course.
So the evidence that they have out there is not true evidence, but they want it to be for various reasons. You can always guess that and whatnot. Why
tourism,
they would want.
Hollywood.
Yeah.
You get Hollywood involved in anything and they rewrite history.
Plus they come running through and they make up their stories and whatnot. But this is really a great place with a lot of great history. And so what brought you to dig into these facts?
Well, I came to Hico approximately 1996.
Okay.
Just out in the country here. And I actually started volunteering in the museum probably 15 years ago.
Okay.
And I supplied the museum with silver jewelry, turquoise jewelry.
Oh, okay.
I made turquoise jewelry.
Well, I'd like to see some of that before I leave.
Yeah. And so that's the reason I got up here to start with. And then they decided to close the museum down for about the 3rd time. Museums really don't make money. They really don't. But you can offset it with a nice gift shop and stuff like that, which we have done.
People want knowledge, they just don't want to pay for it.
That's right. And a lot of them turn around and don't want to. Yeah, and we're a volunteer organization. There's no pay employees here. We're all volunteers.
That is phenomenal because what I've read and what I've learned before I arrived here is the great work that you do here in the community that keeps it alive, or a portion of it alive.
The state of Texas says they came here and with the city council and everything did something with them or something. They stated that Billy the Kid was the draw for Hico, Texas, by far. The tourism, it was the draw. Now it doesn't bring the most people in here. You have the famous coffee cup up at the corner, you know, and probably Wranglers on the other side of the street over there. They're probably get more people in and run more money than anybody else. But we're the draw for the tourism. And so we're good for the town because they're going to buy gas here and they're going to eat here.
Well, and I think there is an element of people, I think we're seeing a time when people are interested in history, are interested, and they're not afraid to believe. Just show me the facts.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so to come in here and find the facts out, I know myself, the first time I ever approached Hico, Texas, I saw the sign Billy the Kid, and I said, yeah, sure, you bet.
Oh,
yeah, go ahead on.
Absolutely. I grew up that way too.
And then to walk in here and see what you have, and then to be able to visit with you and learn the facts.
Absolutely.
That you have the evidence thereof, and you know, 1 and 1 is exactly 2, and this is really great stuff.
Well, once he left New Mexico, he was never known as Billy the Kid again. He was called the Texas Kid. He went into Old Mexico, and he came back into New Mexico quite a few times because it was in newspapers back then. And but he was known as the Texas Kid, so he came back into Texas across the Rio Grande, and he was a Texas Kid. And Billy the Kid just went away, and he was on the other side of the law from now on. And he worked for, I understand, Isaac Parker, the hanging judge in Fort Smith, Arkansas, for a while, going after horse thieves in the Indian Territory, and the Cattlemen's Association and some of these other organizations. And that's where he was working up there when Teddy Roosevelt sent people to find him because they knew he was a superb horseman. Teddy Roosevelt wanted him to train their horses to take to Cuba.
Yeah. I had never heard that story. That's interesting because I'm a horse person myself, and anything to do in the horse world is interesting to me.
Well, so he also had Garrett wanted to ride with Teddy Roosevelt. And it's not well known out there why he didn't, except what I've heard and some things I've read was Teddy Roosevelt said no. Now, why did he say no? I don't know. Maybe he didn't think he was qualified or something, I don't know. But you'd think he was, being a sheriff and all that stuff in Lincoln and everything, make him pretty qualified with a gun and stuff.
Well, with a gun, but you know, the element of horsemanship and really being good at horsemanship doesn't mean just staying on.
Wouldn't it have been something, though, if Pat Garrett had ridden with Teddy Roosevelt and they crossed paths again? Just think about that.
Yeah, what a story we'd have there.
Wouldn't we, though?
Yeah.
It's just, you know, controversy and the truth. It just gets left out. Now, we have affidavits, like I said a while ago, the real affidavits from New Mexico stating they're still looking for him. Now,
wow.
It was in the newspapers back then too, you know, that nobody believed it was Billy the Kid. It was in the newspapers. One of them had famous outlaw killed, Billy the Kid, ? Black hair, black beard, dark complected, ? The fair-haired kid. Now, Billy didn't even have nothing but, they say, a little peach fuzz on the top of his lip. So how could he have a black beard and black complected? You know, it just doesn't make it just doesn't make any sense.
Too many stories don't equal a positive answer.
No, he could have dyed his skin, he could have dyed his hair, but how did he grow a beard?
You got a point there. You got a point there.
Yeah, I'm part Indian. I can't even grow a good one. It just hits there and misses, you know. So.
Well, I can grow one, but it gets in my way, so I don't like it.
Yeah.
But
it's really an awesome story.
I really appreciate your knowledge and appreciate talking with me about this museum and about Billy the Kid and what really he means and what it would mean for a lot of people to come see the truth.
Yeah, well, what you need to do is pick up Daniel Edwards' autobiography book.
I've heard about that book.
It's all in the book, all this. The affidavits are all, copies of them are in there. The pictures from the Rough Riders are in there. It's the best book on Billy the Kid there is. There's not one even better.
I'll have to get one before I leave today.
Well, we'll sure sell it too. We don't mind at all.
I thought you weren't for profit.
We don't make profit. We really don't. Every once in a while, Sue and I have to put money in this place to pay the bills.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Well, you do a great job. and
Well,
I'm
Sue does
very
a great
impressed.
job. She greets everybody. She's got the personality plus, so she does a heck of a job. You need to meet her in a minute too.
I will.
All right.
All right. Take care. Thank you so
Yes.
much for the knowledge and the wisdom.
Yes, sir.